Hey guys, Civilord here, back with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Target exclusive, oh jeez, kinda sorta, Flashpoint Paradox Wave Wonder Woman! Alright, that's enough of that. It's of course brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, who can't engineer a figure like this for shit. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look, see it all Wonder Woman has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the collectible trading card. There. And we also get her little sword here, which does not have a scabbard to go in, which kind of sucks, but there you go. It comes with a sword. Almost looks more like a cutlass, like a pirate sword rather than a Amazonian sword, but whatever. Maybe it's a saber. Taking a closer look at Princess Diana here, who's probably not a princess no more. She does have the hockey puck display stand racing with all McFarlane Toys releases, and probably some of the worst engineering I've seen out of DC Multiverse in a while. So as far as her articulation goes, we'll just go right for the throat and cut to the chase here. Her head will rotate, but not very well, mind you. I need to heat that probably, get that to move a little better. She can look down a smidge. She can look up a smidge. She can tilt a smidge. Like, she doesn't have any movement in the head, and it's all because of the hair, I imagine. That said, the rotation at least works. It doesn't feel like I'm going to break it. It's just there's so much crap going on. It's tindered. The shoulders will go out, back down, rotate forward and back. She does not have much of a butterfly in there. She does not have the ratchets either in the shoulders, so I don't know what's going on there. Double elbow, bicep swivel, all that good stuff. Plenty of range there. The wrists are engineered poorly, because realistically the glove cuff should be on the arm, and instead it's all connected to the hand. That said, if you bust out a hairdryer, you can pull this up and get to the joint underneath, but I've snapped 2 of these bitches doing that. This was the 3rd one. The wrist hinges the way I want, so I just left it the hell alone. So on top of the fact that the QC is kind of garbage on this figure, the articulation is not even worth having there. I mean, it does rotate, it does hinge. It's supposed to rotate in the hand, but I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. This one bends the other way. You can see it's got that little pop of the ratchet going on. And I've actually heated, I'm pretty sure I've heated up this figure and pulled the glove cuff over and worked with the joint to make sure it moves. So that's as far as I'm going with that. She does have a waist twist. It does work okay. Kind of, sort of. What is this dangly bit here? Is that excess plastic or something? No, that's her belt buckle. That's what that is. But she does just have a ball in the waist. Gets you decent range though. It's nothing to scoff at. I'm kind of surprised it works out well. Wow, she can get a lot of forward out of that. Does she have a double here? Hold on. She may have a double joint in the torso. I cannot tell. But it does have a lot of play on just that one ball joint. A little bit of tilt, but a lot of play on that joint. I'm impressed by that. Hips will kick out, back down, forward and back. A little tiny bit of thigh swivel maybe. Then she's got single knees with a swivel. Like the crap swivel I'm not a fan of. So yeah, that's kind of lame. Only people who get away with this is 4 Horsemen, because they do it right, because you can at least pop it out. Then she's got the ball hinge ankles, but good luck using them. They pretty much rotate and hinge. There's no real tilt or pivot out of that. And then she does have little stupid toe joints, but thankfully those aren't loose. But, yeah, I gotta say, this is like a cool looking disaster of a figure, because on one hand it looks awesome from an aesthetic standpoint. From an engineering standpoint, it's like, what is this, 2005, bitch? Like, what the hell is going on here? So, yeah, not the biggest fan. Sad to say, I love me some Wonder Woman. Princess Diana is indeed bussin', but this figure is not all that in a bag of Cheetos. I still think the collector edition one, despite the head sculpt controversy, is the best Wonder Woman we've gotten. Maybe second to the Death Metal one, because I really like that Death Metal one. I think if you're into something different for your Wonder Woman, that's the way to go. So, with that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Wonder Woman! Alright, that's enough of that. Alongside a couple other figures from this Flashpoint Paradox wave, we have Emperor Aquaman, aka Arthur Curry, as well as Project Superman, still the worst figure in the wave. And yeah, Wonder Woman looks like she could kick the crap out of Superman here. He looks like a gimp next to her. Looks like me next to her. I mean, come on, man. What the heck's going on there? So, moving these two out of the way. I'm assuming she's supposed to be pretty jacked in the story, so I'll give them a pass as far as the scale goes. But why don't we bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith, who feels like he's got more articulation than Wonder Woman, even though he's got less points. Funny how that works. And we also have the infamous Elizabeth Spawn, who is probably about neck and neck with Wonder Woman. If we don't count her little mohawk thingy. If we count her little mohawk thingy, she's a little taller than good old Al Simmons here. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and while I do still really like this iteration of a good old Wonder Woman, alright, that's enough of that. From the comics, I have to say that this figure is not the best representation of that iteration in plastic form. I mean, shy of a couple extra points here and there, this thing is basically as posable as a standard run-to-the-mill DC Universe Classics figure, which, if you don't have a lot of those like me, I can tell you right now, they're certainly not as posable as the McFarlane Toys offerings for the DC line. That's for sure. But this thing, while it's got the points, it doesn't have hardly any range. And that's really what's holding it back. That and a severed head of Queen Mira, Arthur Curry's main squeeze. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.